Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Man United Takeover coming very soon, as Glazers are finally ready to go. This is according to David Ornstein from The Athletic. As you all know, the Glazers the other week set an asking price of between 6 billion to 7 billion to sell Manchester United. Like I said, we've got to get the Glazers out of the club because they've been a massive issue at the club for such a long time. And for such a long time, United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for around 17 years. They purchased the club for around 790 million back in 2005. Now, not so long ago, it said Avram Glazer had held talks with investors from Saudi and Qatar. The other week, it did mention that Amazon were interested in buying Man United from the Glazer family. Amazon is an American multinational technology company. A few weeks ago, it said that Apple were interested in buying the club. For quite some time, Sir Jim Ratcliffe's been interested in buying Man United. And Ortega's been interested in buying the club. So that's the news on that. Now, Manchester United will not buy players in January, with only loan deals on the table. You know, there is a significant chance that Man United will not sign anyone next month. But I do believe we will make at least one signing. Erik ten Hag, as you all know, has confirmed that Man United are in the market for a new striker. You know, we're looking for someone to replace Ronaldo. The January transfer window will be Erik ten Hag's second transfer window as Man United manager. And I'm hoping that I can be backed like he was backed in the summer transfer window. You know, Erik ten Hag so far has brought 6 additions to the squad. He brought Terrell Malacia in, Christian Eriksen, Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, Antony and Martin Dubravka. Man United spent over 200 million this year. Erik ten Hag has also got rid of a lot of players as well. You know, this year we've seen the likes of Lee Grant go. Dean Henderson went out on loan to Nottingham Forest. Alex Telles went out on loan to Sevilla. Eric Bailly went out on loan to Marseille. Pogba and Matic left on free transfers. Pogba went back to Juventus and Matic went to Roma, so he's reuniting with Jose Mourinho. You know, we sold Andres Pereira to Fulham, sold James Garner to Everton. Lingard went on the 3 to Nottingham Forest. Cavani and Mata left on free transfers. Ronaldo got sacked earlier on this year. Ethan Laird went out on loan to QPR. Hannibal Mejbri went out on loan to Birmingham. And Amad Diallo Traore went out on loan to Sunderland. So they are a lot of the players that have departed the club this year. And certainly next year, Ten Hag will be looking to get rid of more players. Next year, I reckon Ten Hag will get rid of Brandon Williams. Me don't get in the team much, But there again, Williams played in the cup game against Burnley, played in the friendlies against Betis and Cadiz. That's only because the vast majority of the squad were at the World Cup. Brandon Williams was out with injury not so long ago. Last season he was out on loan with Norwich. I think Ten Hag will get rid of Axel Tuanzebe next year because he don't get in the team. And plus he's out with injury at the moment. Tuanzebe before enjoyed 3 loan spells with Aston Villa. He'll get rid of Tellez permanently. Like I said, he's out on loan with Sevilla at the moment. He'll get rid of Bailly permanently. He'll get rid of Tom Heaton. Tom Heaton's Man United's third choice keeper, with obviously Man United getting Martin Dubravka in on loan from Newcastle. But at the time we brought Tom Heaton in, we brought him in as a backup to De Gea. Man United got Tom Heaton on a free transfer from Aston Villa. Phil Jones, he'll leave as well next year because he doesn't get in the team. Phil Jones has endured around 12 years at Man United. He's been a long-serving player. He's been with us since the Ferguson era. He's out of contract next year. As you all know, Harry Maguire has already been told he can leave the club next year for the sake of his career. Well, Harry Maguire is no longer one of Man United's first-choice centre-halves following the arrival of Lisandro Martinez. Maguire only starts games when obviously Martinez and Varane and that are not available. Not so long ago, they weren't available. Varane's now made his comeback because he played against Nottingham Forest. And Martinez, I think, is he still injured or he's just come back from injury? Well, Maguire, he missed a cup game against Burnley because he was out with illness. But Maguire, too inconsistent. Man United definitely overpaid for him. Got him for 80 million from Leicester back in 2019. When Harry Maguire officially signed for the club, he signed a 6-year contract to revert back to last season. The vast majority of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off him. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is on his way out of the club as well. Obviously, he hasn't been our first choice right back for a while. Delors, obviously Man United's first choice right back. Bissaka's only played, the last 4 games because obviously Delors been unavailable through injury. But to be fair to Bissaka, since he's been recalled, he's done really well. Romano provided an update not so long ago, though, saying that Man United are trying to find a solution to let Aaron Wan-Bissaka leave. As you all know, it's already said that Erik Ten Hag has decided to sell Fred. Fred is no longer one of Man United's first choice centre midfielders following the arrivals of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen, but like I've said before, he started games this season as Fred alongside Casemiro. I do recall him playing alongside Eriksen as well. Got my reservations about Fred, but Fred, to his credit, came on against Forest and scored Man United's 3rd goal. He scored in the 2-0 win against Tottenham. That's the best game he's had by far this season. Don't forget, Man United recently extended Fred's contract by 1 year. Man United got Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk back in 2018 in a deal worth around 52 million. So Fred's been at the club for over 4 years now. Jadon Sancho, do you think he could possibly be sold next year or the year after? Because if you think about it now, United have got quite a lot of winners there. You've got Rashford that goes on the win. Elanga can go on the win. Garnacho's a winner. Antony's a winner. So how's Jadon Sancho going to get in? You can play Sancho through the middle, but obviously Fernandes is, our number 10. And Sancho hasn't played for a while due to lack of fitness. And the other week, Erik Ten Hag revealed that Jadon Sancho is not physically or mentally ready to play. And Ten Hag did say that he was unsure when Jadon Sancho would make his Man United return. So there you go. You know, Eric Ten Hag, he has been the Manchester United manager now for a good 5 or 6 months. He replaced Ralph Rangnick earlier on this year. He's under contract with Man United until 2025. He's Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Earlier on this year, Ten Hag got named Premier League Manager of the Month. Just wait a second. Yeah, he got named Premier League Manager of the Month. As you all know, Manchester United play Wolves on the 31st of December at Molineux. Manchester United are coming into the game on the back of a 3-0 win against Nottingham Forest. Reflecting on that win against Nottingham Forest, it moved Man United within 1 point of the top 4. Like I said, we have got some players missing at the moment. Lindelof recently picked up an illness. Scott McTominay recently picked up an illness. Tuanzebe, like I've said, still injured. So as far as I'm aware, they're the only players that Man United have got missing. As you all know, Manchester United won at Molineux last season 1-0, but Wolves won at Old Trafford last season 1-0. That was the first time Wolves had won at Old Trafford in the league since 1980. The Wolves manager is Julian Lopetegui. He's under contract with Wolves until 2025 because when he officially got appointed in, he signed a 3-year deal. Julian Lopetegui got appointed in as the Wolves manager last month. So he's been the Wolves manager for over a month now. So he hasn't been there that long. Before Julian Lopetegui managed Sevilla, he's managed Real Madrid and FC Porto before, and he's managed like Spain's under-19s and under-20s. Before Julian Lopetegui, Wolves had Bruno Lage. Of course, Wolves sacked him because he wasn't good enough. And at one point, Wolves had Nuno Espirito Santos. And to be honest with you, Wolves were very dominant under him. Don't forget, Nuno Espirito Santos got Wolves back-to-back 7th place finishes. And he guided Wolves to the FA Cup semi-final for the first time in 21 years. So there you go. Players Wolves have got, they've got the likes of Moutinho, good midfielder, Ruben Neves, Nelson Semedo, Connor Ronan, Max Kilman, he's a defender, Nathan Collins, Hee-Chan Hwang, Raul Jimenez, Adama Traore. Last season he was out on loan with Barcelona. Diego Costa. Wolves signed him on a free transfer. When he officially signed, he signed a 1-year contract. Diego Costa is a former Chelsea and Atletico Madrid player. They got Leo. Who else have they got? Mosquera, if I pronounce his name correctly. Sasa Klasic, he's out with injury at the moment. He's actually out for the season, he's Klasic. Pedro Neto, he's a very good player. He's out with injury at the moment. Daniel Podence, he's out with injury at the moment, and he's another key player for Wolves. Johnny, he's injured as well. He's quite injury prone for Wolves. All right. And the goalkeepers, Wolves have got, they've got Jose Sa, who's their number one, and they've got another goalkeeper called Saki. So they're a lot of the players Wolves have. Let me put into the equation that Wolves have lost players as well. Obviously, they lost Fabio Silva, they lost Connor Cody, lost Roman Saiss on a free transfer. Quite a few years ago, lost Diego Jota to Liverpool. They lost Matt Doherty as well to Tottenham. They lost Dendoncker. They lost Willy Bowley. So they are players that Wolves have lost. But you know what? I'm looking forward to this game. But Manchester United should win. I've already given my predictions. I think it's going to be a 2-1 win for Man United. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always. And take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.